Hello! Today we are making chicken adobo. Alright. So first, we're just gonna get our garlic and onions ready. So I got about 4 cloves of garlic and then 1 yellow onion. I'm gonna go ahead and smash my garlic. For me, this is the easiest way to peel the garlic. Get a little smash in, peel it off. And then for our garlic, we're gonna try to slice it nice and thin. All right, now that our garlic is nice and sliced, we're gonna go ahead and just put that in our dish. Okay, and now let's work with our onion. We're gonna go ahead, cut off the bottom, cut off the top. Or you can say cut off the top and cut off the bottom, doesn't matter which one's the top or the bottom, it's the onion, it's top and the bottom, the same thing. I'd like to do a little incision this way, and then just peel off. Sometimes I like to peel off one of the layers too, just because the outer layer sometimes gets a little, as you can see, kind of thin and funny feeling. So we like to pull that part off. And you want to have a nice solid onion there. I'm gonna go ahead and slice my onion in half. And then the way I like to dice my onions is, everyone has like their own techniques of doing it. I'm sure there's a correct way, but this is what I do. So with how the lines are going on the onion, I'll go ahead and cut down those lines. Again, watch your fingers. I try to keep it in a nice whole piece. Hold it together with my fingers and then just dice on. And that's how I get my little squares. I'm not crying, you're crying. All right, now that our garlic and onion is done, we're gonna move it over here. We're gonna get ready on our chicken. So I got chicken thighs we're gonna be working with today. Get it out of the fridge. Open it up, and I just go ahead and pour out all that juice that's in that chicken thigh, just to make it a little easier to work with. All right, now that our chicken is open and ready to go, I'm gonna take it to the stove. So we're gonna get our heat. All right, our pan is nice and hot. I'm gonna get some olive oil up in there. Whenever I cook, I always use extra virgin olive oil. That's just me, but you can use canola, you can veggie, coconut, whatever floats your boat. We're not aiming to cook the chicken right now. We're just giving it a good sear just to get some flavor. I'll go skin side down first. And again, nice sizzle in the pan. Don't want to crowd my pan too much, so I'm going to go with the first bag. And then once this is done, I'll do the second bag. So we're going to let the chicken just kind of sear and get some color on the outside of it. Again, we're not cooking the chicken all the way through. We're not adding any salt, any pepper, anything like that. This is strictly just to get some color and get some flavor into the pan already with the chicken. Give it a few minutes. Snap, crackle, pop. So be careful working around this. I'm used to getting burned, which is not a good thing. But I will say, when you're doing this, if you're not used to having oil pop on you, turn the fire down when you're doing it. So we're just gonna go ahead and let the meat side sear for just a few minutes. We'll take it out into our bowl to let it chill, hang out, and we're gonna do our second bag of chicken. We're gonna go ahead and turn our fire off. Put my chicken into a bowl just to let it hang out. Again, as you can see, you got this color. The chicken is not fully cooked yet. We're just getting color. That's all we're doing. All right, our second batch of chicken is brown. We're gonna go ahead and take that out of our pan. I'm gonna set the chicken aside for now. All right, we're gonna go ahead and bring our pan to a medium heat. Add in, our pan's nice and hot, so it's already gonna sizzle. Bam. Our onions. I always let onions go first for about a minute or two before I add in the garlic. Garlic tends to burn easily, so I want to go ahead and give the onion more time, and then the garlic can kind of have that last little oomph, little moment. Now that we've given a chance for our onions to get a little translucent, you can see the color start to change a little bit from a solid white to a little bit of a opaque white. I'm gonna go ahead and add my garlic. Now the fun part begins. I'm gonna go ahead and add in our vinegar. I use this brand vinegar. I've tried using other vinegars and it just didn't have the same taste. So I like to go ahead and just pour in a good amount into my onions and garlic. And what I want to do is actually allow the vinegar to boil up a little bit and simmer. It kind of allows the vinegar to calm down. It's not such a harsh bite. So we're going to go ahead and allow that to kind of bubble up for a couple minutes before we add in our other stuff. Oh, it's strong. It's been bubbling up a couple minutes, allowing it to kind of calm down from its vinegar harshness. I'm going to go ahead and add my soy. We're going to go with the same brand for our soy sauce. And this is more just for flavor and color, so I don't put too much soy sauce in. I'm going to also add in some water just to dilute it out a little bit. I'm going to add in some sugar. And this is our little chicken adobo Ziploc. It contains our dry bay leaf and our whole black peppercorns. And again, usually for bay leaf, people just put 1 or 2 bay leaves. For some reason, I always put like 3 or 4. I don't know why. It also could be that our bay leaves are just pretty old and they're not as strong anymore, so I don't really taste it. I don't know, what is the flavor of bay leaf? Do you really taste the flavor of bay leaf? You just know it's there. It gives a little oomph into your thing. All right, now that all of our sauce has been added, I'm gonna go ahead and put in our chicken right into our sauce. Chicken in a pot. Chicken in a pot. All right, our chicken is all inside of our little pan pot situation. Go ahead and cover. Bring it down low, as Christina Milian would say. No, it's dip it low. Bring it up slow. Take it low. We want it to nice simmer. So on mine, I'm gonna go with a strong medium. We're gonna let it go for a long time, usually like 40 minutes. I'll check on it every few minutes just to make sure nothing is like burning or sticking. But we want to let it go low and slow for at least 40 minutes. So stick around. All right, it's been 40 minutes. We've allowed our chicken adobo to simmer on medium. Let's check her out. All right. Our chicken is fully cooked. So this is what I like to do. Again, everyone has their own recipe for chicken adobo. I'm sure mine is definitely not traditional, though my techniques are probably not traditional, but this is just what I do. I'm going to turn off my heat, fish out my chicken, chicken. Put it aside in this bowl for now. Again, no cross-contamination, guys, when it comes to chicken. So this is a new clean bowl, different from the one I used earlier with the raw chicken. Okay, all of our chicken's out. I like to use a slotted spoon. I'm gonna go ahead and fish out all of our onions and garlic, and peppercorns if it catches in there, the bay leaf too. So I'm gonna carefully take our sauce. I'm just gonna pour it out into the bowl. I'm just gonna allow the sauce to kind of cool down for a few minutes. What I'm doing right now is letting the sauce settle. The oil is gonna rise to the top, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a spoon and scoop out the oil. The sauce itself is so flavorful and delicious. However, it does produce a lot of oil coming from the olive oil that we used earlier, as well as the natural oils from the chicken. So I don't want to eat all that and have that in my body. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it sit. Oil will rise and we'll take it out. All right, we're gonna take a soup spoon and we're gonna go ahead and just skim off that oil on the top layer. Be patient with this. This will take a little bit, but it'll be all worth it. So we got most of the oil off from our sauce. Still a little oil, but definitely not as much as prior. So we're gonna let that just kind of cool off, and the way I like to dispose of it is let it cool completely, put it in a little plastic baggie, and then in the trash. So now we can go ahead, take our sauce, and just see if we need to add anything. Go ahead and take a little spoon. I think it's good, but I personally just like a lot of pepper in my chicken adobo. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add some freshly ground pepper. There's already black peppercorns infused into it, but I just like fresh pepper. I'm just gonna do a little splash of soy sauce just for a little more salty flavor. Just a splash. Just a splash of vinegar for just a strong bite. Again, this is all optional. It's not necessary. Put this together. Get a little taste. All right, we're ready to go. Go ahead and pour this back into our chicken. Let's plate it up. Go ahead and get some of our rice. Just get a nice chicken just right on top of there. Some of that sauce right on top. And when you're Filipino, well, I'm not Filipino, Elijah is. When you're about to marry a Filipino, you'll learn that you use a fork and a spoon. All right, and here we have my home version of chicken adobo. Thanks for joining us. Now get out of my kitchen.